Alright people, like I told you, I'm not going to do filming videos or anything of this build of the Cobra Serpent SRTX Evo, but as I come upon unique things about this kit, I'm going to share them with you guys. Now check this out, I've never seen this. So I open up to start the building a diff, and there's this piece of I think it's a it's like a foam rubber. Okay, well, what this foam rubber is for, it says when the differential gets hotter, the foam inserts will absorb the pressure of the expansion of the oil. So when diffs get hot, the oil obviously expands. So that causes diffs a lot of time to thin out. So what this foam does insert, if you look right there, it shows how you cut it up and it inserts into the diff. So basically, I got to cut out pieces and it's going to go in the diff. So I've never seen that. I built kyoshos, I built xrays, I built mugens, I built teknos. You know, I built some high-end kits, and I've, you know, built some cheaper kits. But I've never seen in any of the kits that I built this. Very unique, and I will tell you again, the quality of the material, the plastics are like top notch. The aluminum, these gears are like smooth. You can just look and see these gears are very, very like precise. They're straight cut gears, so which are a lot smoother than just regular cut. There's no burrs in the metal. I mean, this is, you could just tell they spared no expense when they manufactured this kit. So anyway, that's just one thing I want to show you. Like I said, there'll probably be a few of these as I come across them. I know another thing is the sway bars that come in this kit have bearings. You know, the little collars that hold the sway bars in? Well, in this kit, there's tiny mini bearings in the sway bars, which is pretty badass. So anyway, see you guys in a few. Like I said, you'll probably see a couple of these parts, bits and pieces of the build as I go through it. Like I said, not the whole build, just things like this that I've never seen or that I find very, very unique about this kit. And, you know, pointing out also the quality of this thing is like badass. We're going to build the diffs, and then I'm going to build the shock. So, alright people, see you guys in the next one. Peace out. What up people? Okay, again, like I said, as I come across unique attributes to this build, things that I've never seen before that I think are like pretty next level, that I would film it, do a video, you know, so you'll have this, there'll be bits and pieces all together will be tied into my next video, which should be sometime in the next few days. Running of the, pretty sure we're just going to run the 5B, or we might throw in the break-in of the LRP.30 in the Mugen MVX7 Truggy. So kind of like the last video, except the last video you were mostly just seeing the unboxing of this Cobra Serpent, and then break-in of the Alpha.28. So next break-in you will be seeing just again first fire, tank 9 or 10, because I don't film the whole boring break-in. There's tons of people that have better break-in videos than me. Highly recommend the old school Adam Drake one if you're not into the EBIS or you don't have the extra money. The old school Adam Drake or even Baderasser videos of break-in. You don't need to watch me. That's why I don't do a bunch of those. And, you know, I mean, to each his own. If people like doing that and you guys like watching, that's fine. They're boring to me. Just as much as filming building of kits is boring as hell. But anyway, like I said, every time I come across during the course of this build things that I think are just I've never seen before and I think are next level, I'm going to share them with you guys. So the next thing I came upon putting the front and rear clip together in the center diff is the center diff. There wasn't really nothing unique. It is buttery smooth. We got 100K in here in the center. It has the springs. If you can see the springs that are on the between the brake pads, that just is better for better braking. Opens the shoes up as soon as you let off. But other than that, but I did like one thing I do want to mention is the plastic materials that Cobra, or that Serpent, I should say, is using are high quality. Kyoshos are good, Teknos are good, Mugens. I've built, you know, X-rays. You know, I've built, you know, some pretty top-notch whips. But this, what I have to say, is up there with some of the best plastics that I've ever seen. Whether it's a mixture of a Delron or a nylon, it's just really, you can tell when you're screwing hardware into the plastic, it's nice and snug, which is what you want. And then even when I look at the hardware, it's heat treated hard steel. Remember, I know a lot because what I do for a living is I work with a lot of metals, doing machine work. So I mean, when you look at the nuts and bolts of this thing that just come with it, I mean, high grade steel. So you're not stripping, as long as you're using good MIPs or whatever good quality tools. But even if you're not, the steel in here is very strong. First thing I noticed, the front and rear, the sway bars have bearings in them, which is pretty cool. X-ray, I believe, has them in there. But these are pretty cool. It has a crazy, there's an assembly set up here. This goes into here like this, where there's a pivot ball on the bottom. Usually you have these type of pivot balls on the bottom here, but this one is a whole different type. It's definitely next level. The carbon inserts, you can put them both. They don't come with them, but if you want to get them aftermarket, they're expensive because they're, instead of like some of the whips that have them, or you can get them for, these have you can get carbon inserts for the top, and they have, because the inserts on these arms are top and bottom, which is pretty badass. That's next level. The diffs, buttery smooth, no issues. So far this build has been like very easy. I highly recommend it. I mean, you can get, I don't know about the Evo, Amy doesn't carry it, but I know they carry the Pro, which is similar to this. I don't know the differences. For like $5 and some change. Okay, this one I think is a little bit more. But everything, the aluminum, the plastic is really nice. It's got ABC, the hinge pin holders, the blocks, or whatever you want to call them. These are ABC, the A, B, C, and D. They're all 70-75 billet aluminum. I like it. Almost reminds me of the Mugens are like this. This what do you call it? Gunmetal. It's a silver type gunmetal. You guys can see it's real clean, man. This thing is definitely badass. Out of my Tekno, Kyosho, out of all out of Mugen, Tekno, Kyosho, and X-ray, out of those that I built, okay, this has to be probably, if not one, the best quality kit that I've ever built. I mean, the chassis is really nice. Again, it's gunmetal color 2. Check this out. The rear, I don't know how the front is. I haven't assembled it yet. But the front, I think it is the front too. The front and rear. Let me take this clip off because it's not mounted on. Where the body mounts, there's a rubber gasket insert that you insert, and check this out. This thing flexes. That's pretty cool, man. I mean, just little stuff like that. I mean, Serpent didn't by any means cut any corners. They went all out on this kit. These kits are really nice. I guess that's for like if you crash, so it gives, so less stress on your body, man. It's pretty cool. This thing moves around because it's got a rubber grommet inside of it. What else? The shocks are badass. They're similar to Mugens. They look a lot like Mugen shocks. I still think Kyoshos and Teknos are probably the best, but these are really nice. Buttery smooth. When I put them together, no issues. They got the bladders inside. They got the bleeder caps on here, aeration caps or whatever you want to call them. I mean, not every company etches their name in the caps. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so far so good. This thing is just, it's really nice. I mean, even where you put the hinge pin inserts, if you guys can see that, it's a 1.5 in the front. They have an opening so you can read the number and see what numbers, in case you forget, you know, what hinge pin bushings you have in here. Some people call them pills, but I call them hinge pin bushings. But see that? You can see the number in there. That's pretty badass. I mean, this thing is just, like I said, they spared no expense in this kit. I'm having a blast building it. This instructions, which is on the USB, is really paint by numbers. I call it, like anybody, even a kid can do it. It makes it so easy. But we've got upgrades coming. They're not here yet. By the time I get done with this, I've got the front and rear chassis brace. I've got the carbon fiber top plate. This thing will have aluminum hubs all the way around. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the chassis. I did the old muggy famous carbon fiber wrap on it too, so protect this nice chassis. And we're running 65k in the front, 65k in the back, and again 100 in the center. I was going to put 125, but 100 is good for now. Maybe when I change it out later down the line, after it's broken in, and maybe I might put 120 or 125. I run the thickest weights on all my whips because they're for bashing. I don't do any racing, and I want all the power to the ground. So the thicker the dip oil, more power you're getting to the ground. So I want my modded engines to put the power all the power to the ground. We don't want no smoothness, linear, no trackable. That's racing. Racing, yes. Bashing, no. You want all the power to the ground. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get this thing will be done soon. So hopefully you guys will see it. Maybe by the next video. I'm not sure. I've got to get back into this thing. We're gonna run this thing coming up soon. I put the white so the white silverback rims with the DDM bead locks, all white, the brand new. I might run them with these again. I just want to see what this looks like. This is basically track setup. If I was gonna run it on a track, this is how I would set it up, like this. So anyway, stay tuned for this badass. We're gonna run it, yes, with the body. I'm pretty much done with the body. Finished the holes in the front. Put the body pin mounts. I like to use these ones. They have, you just insert them so they're on the body, you don't lose them. But anyway, I still got to insert the center RC modified custom billet disc brakes in there, so before I run it. So anyway, this will be coming up. Stay tuned for that. We'll probably run it like this. And then maybe throw the Mad Max tires on there too. Alright, people. See you guys. I don't know if any other thing comes up on this build here. I'll let you guys know. Alright. Muggy's out. Catch you soon. Peace.
So Finn is TQ and buggy.
So he will go directly to the main, but he does get to run both warm-ups.
What up, people? Well, here we are at the end. Geez, I don't know where to start. Let me first off, let me say, welcome all, muggy maniacs, buggy maniacs, truggy maniacs, monster truck. Yeah, again, if that works for you. Hey,
Mayfeild is mugen.
Long as it's nitro, and whatever makes you happy, man. I agree with some people say, you know, whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you, whatever makes you smile, to each his own, man. I always tell you guys, if the shoe fits, wear it. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Happy Father's Day to all. Okay, this is just a little quick upload, quick little video update. Obviously, I'm finally, well, not finally, but it didn't take me that long. I could sit down within an 8 to 10 hour period, depending on the kit, and put together any kit. But anyway, it's finished. I'm gonna run you through it real quick. The things that I don't really have any negatives to say about this. There was one negative as far as something that was kind of real tedious to assemble, but I got it. But other than that, this thing went together very smooth. I'm very impressed with this kit. So like I said, happy Father's Day. Special shout outs to the fathers that I know, that I talk to periodically. Shout out to you know, to the guys that were cool. You know, I don't have any issues with watching this. I don't think anybody's talked shit about me, but who knows? That's what happened one time with a certain guy, and it's funny how the same guy he's up to his same BS, you know, and it's crazy because, you know, him and other guys will rant and rave, and that's why I'm critical about, you know, it's not to say, oh, my channel's better, oh, I'm Mr. King Shit on Turtle Island on YouTube. I'm nobody. I'm a guy on YouTube that doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers, but I will tell you that on average, you can go look at all my videos, I get 400 to 500 views every time I do an upload. That's a fact. That doesn't lie. And that's pretty dang good, considering I'm also the guy that most people really don't like. And the reason they don't like me is because I just keep it real, man. I just tell the truth. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's ass. If you don't like what I have to say, you don't have to watch. I don't beg anybody to watch. But it's funny, there must be either a lot of the same people that hate me watching my video 400 to 500 times every time I upload it, or there's a lot of closet muggy fans. But anyway, that's not hearsay or she say, but you know, if you got 1,000 to 2,000 subscribers and you're not getting at least a 50% average, your videos suck. Nobody wants to, obviously nobody's watching you, that's why you don't get the views. And you should look at what your content is and change what you're doing. Or change something in the way that you say. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, people are problems of their own making. But anyway, you know, same guy will get on here that a certain person, you know, it's funny. I don't want to say, well, better him than me, but in a sense, yes, because I've been steering clear of all the drama. I'm not, you know, trying to create any drama. I'm just doing my thing, sharing, caring, sharing, and with a passion about 8-scale nitro and 1/5 gas. But anyway, I'm not going to get all into that. That's for those two guys to work out whenever. But I will say that that there is a lot of drama in nitro, and a lot of it is, you know, because people are just haters, because they're jealous. But anyway, I don't really care about that. We're going to talk about a little bit of nitro. Roar is going on. Go Mayfeild. Go Tebow. Those are my 2 picks. Tebow or Mayfeild. I know Dakota's doing well. That's no surprise. He's the guy known for the most TQs of all the races, but can never, you know, finish it. And hey, I wish the guy luck. Hopefully, you know, he does take, you know, I want Mayfeild and Tebow to win, but hey, all I want is some good racing. So we'll see. But anyway, here we are. Cobra Serpent SRX8 Evo. Designed by Billy Easton. This kit is one of the baddest, most quality kits that I've ever built. Now remember, I built kyosho, mugens, teknos, and x-rays. Those are some of the tops. So I built mugen, teknos, x-rays, and kyosho. All of those are high-end. X-ray is up there. Their stuff, they have a lot of goodies that they throw in their kits that I've never seen in other kits. But this Cobra, this thing is bad to the bone. Now, I'll run you from front to back. The only thing I haven't done yet is dropped in the servos. I think I'm going to run the ProTech 1600 Lifey, or I might do the Reedy. I have both. I'm deciding. Haven't done that yet. The radio tray is kind of just sitting in there. This is something I did. This little piece comes with it. This little piece comes with it. You can tell the difference in the carbon wrap, but I basically did all the extras. So I did, you know, on my kits, and when I'm doing my builds, I'm going above and beyond. But this thing pretty much had everything. The only thing it didn't have is a carbon fiber top plate, which I have coming from A-Main. A-Main has a lot of the parts, and aluminum front and rear. These are the ones that come with it. I got aluminum, billet aluminum front and rear chassis braces coming for this. I think I'm gonna. I might try. Shout out to a guy that, you know, has been giving me suggestions on trying certain servos. Gunpowder Nitro. Me and him, yes, Gunpowder Nitro. You heard that correct. Me and him didn't see eye to eye, and we still have our scuffles here and there. We just, you know, we're men. We like to talk a lot of shit, as long as it's, you know, friendly fire, I should say. And me and him are cool. We talk periodically. I know him and Nick Fowler just got done running. You know, I know they had. I wish I was there to run with the guys. But anyway, he recommended Nitro Pro. I know Jared Tebow runs those servos. I'm going to check into those. I might run those, but more than likely, I'm probably going to stick with what I know as far as what I've been using and never had issues with. And I'm going to probably run the Cavalieri Salvoxes. Those are the only Salvoxes that I'll ever run that I haven't had issues with. Or I might just run the old trusty 130 Protex, which I like and I've never had issues with either. The T's, not the S's. The S's I've had issues with, but the T's I never had issues with. Obviously, you guys are staring at the Reds, brand new Reds R5R Team Edition. Bone stock. Okay, I'm going to run the Reds 2104 pipe. If you want a good, it has good bottom, but it has great mid and awesome top end. This is I would consider this a speed run pipe. If you want to do some top end speed runs, check this Reds pipe out. But other than that, bottom end pipes, I'm mostly using the Triton 2148, or I'm using the Nova OC 9886 Super Strong, known as the 210. Is it 21021? No, 20. I can't remember the new number. But anyway, I haven't tried the other Reds pipe. I know Woogie's running the 21 something, 43 I think it is. That's supposed to be a really good bottom end. But again, when you're running those type of pipes, like all the Reds pipes, all those Hypex pipes, all those pipes that you see people running, okay, those are all designed for racing. Smooth, linear, great fuel mileage, trackable power band. In bashing, me anyway, I can only speak for myself, I want none of that. I want pure, brute power to the ground. That's why I'm running 125k in the middle. Yes, and a buggy. 65 diff fluid in the front, 65 in the rear. Shock fluid, I'm running associated. And the diff oils. Diffs and shock oils are all associated. I use Losi too, but I like both. Shock oils, front shocks on this thing are 40. Rear is 50. That's what I run on my buggies and truggies. So, this thing is set up for all the power to the ground. If I wanted a smooth... and the only reason this pipe's even on this engine is because it's stock. Once this engine gets modded, only two pipes I run on my modded engines are a 2148 Triton or the 9986 Super Strong. Those are the best pipes that I recommend for all modded engines. I don't recommend Reds pipes. I haven't tried the Hypex yet. Hypex yet. I will try those. Also, Pico has good pipes for modded .21s. But all my modded .21s, well, 9901 Super Strong is a good pipe too. But again, that's a race pipe. If you want great race pipes, Reds, Picos, the Nova 9901. But if you're running modified engines and you want the best power bottom mid that you can possibly get, two pipes I recommend. 9886 Super Strong with the 41032 header and the Triton 2148. Those are the only two pipes. Okay? So, that's my personal preference and my experience. So anyway, enough of my yip yapping. We have the fluids left over. Didn't use those. Comes with a air filter. I got an outerwear coming for that. Oh, by the way, the receiver I ordered an extra wireless receiver that way I don't have to run no antenna for the FlySky NB4 Noble. So I run the Noble on my 5B, which I'm gonna go show you the upgrade that I did to that just recently. And I run the Noble, FlySky Noble, NB Noble in my Kyosho. I also am going to run it in here. So I got a receiver coming for this one. Obviously it's coming from China, so it's going to take a minute. But anyway, here's the tank. Got to put that in. So, yeah, let's go from front to back. Now, obviously, well, let me, hold on a second. I'm going to take off the wheels so you guys can get a better look at this thing. But I will tell you that this thing has, like, the plastics, the aluminum, even the turnbuckles. Standard turnbuckles, sometimes you will get lucky and get titanium, but not very often. I think Mugen comes with them, and I think X-Ray does. Kyosho does too, depending on what model you get. By the way, you want to see some rare tires? I had a guy at Revelations when I was there that one time running. I told him I had these. These are brand new. I don't even think they've been maybe run once. They're Proline revolvers. Very, very hard to find. Proline revolvers and fugitives are rare tires. I've never ran them. These are like brand new pretty much. But I'm probably going to break in this thing with those because I'm not going to probably run on the track very often. But anyway, the turnbuckles, usually you get stainless or steel. These turnbuckles that they give you on this Cobra are heat-treated, anodized 7075 aluminum, which is like next to titanium is the best. Okay, obviously titanium are the best. So, I mean, the turnbuckles all the way around, they're all aluminum, which I was like, I tripped out on that. Usually, like I said, they're stainless or steel. So anyway, front, you've got the sway bars, front and rear, have bearings in them, which is badass. The front hubs and the carriers are all aluminum. I thought it was just the aluminum, the knuckles were aluminum. The whole thing is aluminum, which is pretty sick. These cobras come with booties all the way around, so which keeps all the dirt and grime out of there. That was the one part that was a bitch to get in. I almost was gonna not run them with it because I couldn't figure out. I mean, even with the instructions, I couldn't get them in the right way. They were very, very technical as far as how you got them in, but I got them in, and they're in right. But it's pretty sick. I mean, even the drivetrains. Do you see this copper colored here? That's all anodized aluminum, heat treated aluminum, which is pretty sick. I mean, this thing is stock out of the box. Again, these are optional front, top and bottom on all four arms, carbon inserts. If you look at my bottom, it's all, we did the whole, I got skid plates coming for this, because I'm not going to run it without skid plates. But if you look at the bottom, I mean, carbon fiber inserts on the bottom and tops of all the arms. I like these. These are like the Mugen as far as these pins that hold in the shocks. These are pretty badass. There's a set screw that holds the pin in, but that's so you don't have to screw anything in, or you don't have, just a lot easier to work with. Shocks, again, these shocks are like so smooth. These things are like silk. But yeah, the whole front suspension deal is all, you got carbon fiber. I forgot what these are called, these little pieces here. My Mugens have them, but these are carbon fiber that comes with it. The steering acronym, this is called the acronym right here, has bearings in it, bearings in the whole thing. I might look into, I'd like to get a whole aluminum if it's available. Don't really need it. This plastic is like super dense. You can just tell. It reminds me a lot of Kyosho is great, but Tekno has like some of the best plastic, or ABS, whatever you call it. It's a mixture. It's not like regular plastic, almost like a Delron. But I got a carbon fiber that's going to replace in this. I just put that on there for now. Drivetrains, again, these things are like, this whole drivetrain is super smooth, like butter. But you could feel, because it's brand new, it needs to be broken in, so it's going to take a few hours of running. Diff, we already went over that, as you guys already seen, because you guys are seeing, this is the tail end of the other couple little videos that I'm adding to this, and an update as far as this whole vehicle, and I'm going to go over the 5B. And then behind this video, either with this video or more than likely after this video, will be running footage of the 5B, because today's Father's Day, so I'm going to go out sometime today or tomorrow, depending if the parks are real busy. I'm going to just probably go after work Monday. But anyway, the rear end, we pretty much overwent. Now these, you can get these in aluminum too. Billet. They're like 60 bucks. They're not cheap. But considering what I paid for this thing off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and, pick these up. So I'm going to just do, so the front and rear hub carriers are all aluminum. The shock brace, the wing, this is called the wing stay that holds the wing on. This piece right here is aluminum, billet aluminum, and then it has threads. It goes through, I don't know if you guys can see it, it goes through, this piece goes through, you push it through, and it has threads, and that's how the screws screw into it and hold it in. This is, I added this. This is this didn't come with it. Carbon. I like these one-piece carbon fiber. As you guys can see, I did a carbon fiber wrap also on the wing. But yeah, pretty much that's it. And again, I think it's pretty badass that you got a little bushing in here, so this thing swivels around. I think the front one has one too. It's like a little rubber bushing you mount in there, so it just, if the body gets, if you crash it or land on the upside down or whatever, the body, these things, these posts give, so it's makes your body last a little bit longer. Chassis, but other than that, that's pretty much it. This thing is, like I said, I built teknos, I built mugens, I built kyoshos, I built x-rays, I built some of the top-notch whips, and this thing is just badass. And I'll show you the rest. Well, hold that thought 1 second. I have to use the restroom. Excuse me. All right, people. Sorry about that. Nature was calling. We're back. Also had to grab me a cup of Joe here, and my thing holds like 2 cups. My Star Wars BB-8. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, but this kit is, as I said, the best quality kit that stock out of the box without even putting any upgrades on it that I've ever built. Like I said, I've built some pretty badass kits, but this thing is just quality from top to bottom. And we'll see how. And it comes with the clutch bell. We're running a 13 serpent 4-shoe clutch. I've got 2 composite shoes and 2 aluminum. But these serpent clutches, I have one, are pretty decent. They even give you the mounts. I don't know if you guys can see the. I can't see them from over there, but take this radio tray out. The mounts, it says serpent on them. One thing I did notice about it that I really didn't care for, it doesn't have a lot of adjustments on the top or bottom. Now I think they make a one-piece motor mount bracket so you can do more adjustments, but everything fits perfect. Now I don't know if I have to run the serpent clutch and the clutch bell for whatever engine to work in here, but it fits like a glove. But again, there you go. Serpent Cobra SRX 8 Evo. There's a Pro Kit though. I don't know what the difference is in the Pro Kit. I haven't really looked at it. This is the Evo. And this thing is, I mean, when you look at it again from front to back and top to bottom, this thing is just some of the best quality materials that I've built. I mean, even the way that these sway bars are mounted in here, they pivot on not only on the top, because most sways have this type of pivot ball in the arms. These are different. They have this trippy little, you guys can see that little holder in there, ball that pivots that way. I mean, just the aluminum, you know, the quality of this thing is just badass. I mean, I'm if it runs and performs and handles half as good as it looks, this thing is going to be up there with the teknos and kyoshos and mugens. Very underrated. Like I said, JQ said this is probably one of the most underrated vehicles. And Billy Easton, most people that know anything about racing, he's a world champion. He's the one that engineered and designed this thing. So anyway, there it is. We got to paint the body up, throw some servos and receiver in there, and she'll be ready to break in this engine. We will be breaking in this engine bone stock, and then once it's broken in, after 10 tanks or so, yank it out, and send it off to RCR for Lance to do his magic to it. He loves working on these engines. These are the older Reds engines, which are the better ones. 2015 and 2016, those years were, according to him, and most people, were the best quality Reds engines. I guess people are having issues with them now. I don't know, because I don't own any brand new Reds except for the R5R. And as you guys know, that's already been replaced with the Sport, I guess it is. So I don't know much about that engine. All I know is there's still R5Rs out there, if you can find them. Highly recommend them. And these too, the Team Editions too. But anyway, there she is, looking sexy. Yeah, this thing is just sick. I love this thing. Can't wait to paint the body up. So anyway, we also have, well, let's start here first. LRP .30 in the Mugen MBX7. This thing is the next on deck before the Reds. This one is the next one that we're going to break in. And then the 5B. So what have we done to the 5B? Well, let me show you what I did to the 5B. We added some sick stopping power, because with all this badass 34 Reed Signature Series full mod nasty engine, you need some stopping power. Okay, so there they are, installed. Got the booties on them, which is cool, because now you can grease up the outer drives of your center diff and the drive dog bones. You grease them all up good, and they'll last a hell of a lot longer. So, and if you look at those things are like twice as thick as the other ones. Went on pretty smooth. And they're very, very light. This is 70-75 billet aluminum. Okay, I think both of the discs here are about the same weight as one of the steel ones that come with it. And those things are thin too. But anyway, there it is, ready to rock and roll. It's got to throw the tank in there, and endpoints and everything's all set up, and she's ready to rip. So we're ready to rip this baby. Alright people, well, that's pretty much it. That's the rig rundown as far as update. Basically just wanted to update you on as far as finally installing these disc brakes. I have the Matt Olson MOD, the large inserts that go in the rear diff. I have those coming. They're not in there yet, but those are coming. This is the next upgrade on it. And obviously you guys know I got the limit straps. Highly recommend those. So there's not much more upgrades to do to this thing, really. I'm pretty much completed this build. I mean, the only other thing I can probably do is these come aluminum, front and rear. And that would be pretty much it. And then everything else is like more tires and rims. Looking into the BRPs, they're just expensive as hell, man. $500 by the time you're done. So anyway, that's for that. But like I said, this video was mainly about this thing is just badass. I can't say enough about this build. And there was no hiccups, no design flaws, you know, because sometimes you run into that stuff where you have to modify it or whatever to make it fit, you know, because of a manufacturer error or whatever. This thing, the only thing that was a bitch was getting the booties, you see, in the holders that hold them in there. But I think it's pretty cool. These things got front and rear boots, and we just need to break all the gears in and everything, break that Reds engine in, and I'm going to be getting on that body soon. So, alright people, that's all I got. Again, go Team Mugen, go Tekno, go kyosho, because I do own a kyosho. But CJ's by himself. I don't even know how he's doing. I think he's having a rough weekend. But anyway, my pick to take the whole deal is Mayfeild. Second pick is Tebow. So we'll see what happens. I know Dakota has something to say about that, and Cavallari and Seth Van Dalen and you know, Cole Ogden. There's a lot of good racers that it's anybody's race. So, all right, people, that's all I got. Everybody have a great Father's Day, and catch you on the next video where we'll be ripping some nitro and some fifth scale. All right, Muggy's out. Peace. One last look at this sexy beast. Clean, lean, and mean. Finish painting the body. Install a couple of the aftergrades I'm waiting on, and she is ready to take on this reds and break it in. Okay, people. One last thing I wanted to show you, and it's funny because I'm inserting this last bit of video after watching what went on today at the Roar with, I guess we're going to call it Tank Gate. That's crazy, man. Sucks. Ty Testament and Cole Ogden. No bueno. But anyway, speaking of the Tank Gate, check this tank out. I want to show you, I just noticed this. This tank that comes in these serpents. You guys are going to trip out on this. Now, all standard, that I know, standard buggy tanks are 125 cc's, right? This tank has an option. If you look at that, see that inside piece, that round piece? You can take that out, and that gives you an extra 3 cc's. So if I had that out and forgot to put it in at a Roar race, guess what? I'd be disqualified. But I decided I had to show you guys that. I thought that was funny and kind of fitting of what went on today. But it's pretty cool. Like I said, this thing has so many extra bells and whistles that I have never seen on some of the top kits that I've built. So yeah, you just remove that little round piece that you see down in the tank, and you get an extra 3 cc's. Pretty cool. Or you leave it in and you're Roar legal. Alright, people. Like I said, next video you will be seeing some ripping footage. Hopefully we can start breaking in the LRP 30, but at the least we'll at least rip the 5 beast, as I like to call it. Alright, people, again, hope everybody had an awesome Father's Day weekend. Travel safe, stay nice and cool. For those of you that are bearing this hot weather, it's been in the hundreds out here too. But yeah, catch you guys on the next one. Muggy's out. Peace.